which unfortunately I did accidentally delete the intro to this video, so I'm gonna redo it. So today is August 21st, Friday, which is 1 week from when Halloween Horror Nights starts. So there's a lot of updates. I've already done all the updates except for Hollywood. So you'll see that after the intro, because like I said, I accidentally deleted it. But we went in today, we're gonna go get merch, look at the new merch, see where all the other stores are selling things, and then look at the updated props, look at the house portals. We are a week away. So there's a lot of updates. And we're gonna go and look at them, even though I already did. But keep that between you and me. So before we even get into the parks, this is out in City Walk, the Universal Studios store. Look at those sunglasses. I have those sunglasses. New shirts. The cool Ozzy Osbourne one. Hellraiser with the limited configuration bag. And then the Stranger Things one. And then you come inside the Universal Studios store. And they have the cups, the jacket, the house shirt. I'm getting this today, so I love that. New sweatshirt with the IPs on it. They officially have the ornament. More Sinners. I might get this. I might stop by later and pick that up. Ooh, look at this cup. Glass, Remick, Stack, Smoke. This cool Spirit jersey. Oh, and all of the things. Do they have art? The Deathly Afraid. So you put this on, and they're supposed to not scare you, but it's not guaranteed. So just remember that. The Hellraiser. Awesome. It's such a cool shirt. Another one of the glasses, but this one's Hellraiser. That gives off Frank. That's something Frank would wear. Oh, and then look at this. Jack and Oddfellow. Nothing on the back, but a cool looking shirt. And then you got the posters. You collect all these. I have all of them but Chucky. Oh, and you can buy some Fortnite stuff. Kids Fortnite shirt. Ooh, little poster with the houses. There's the magnets. Some pins. Ray, look at this shirt. This is the UOAP shirt. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to get this. Do they have the art one here? Oh, they do. Okay. This is the last one I'm missing. Better look at the Ozzy Osbourne one. These are cool shirts, man. With a headband. This one has the Horror Night patch. What's the back of it? Oh, it's that. This up here. With those logo. And then the Killer Clowns. Cotton candy cocoons. Coasters. And the same shirt. This cool vintage Stranger Things shirt. And then more Killer Clown stuff. So before we even get into the park, they're still building something. And I really think this is for Horror Nights. It's just an assumption, because this is usually where they put the medallions And then the IPs over here, I think they're building something carnival-y. Hopefully. That'd be cool. All right, we're here. Let's get into the park. So entering the park, we come to our first scare zone that will introduce Jack and Oddfellow. This scare zone is called Infernal Carnage of Nightmares. Infernal Carnival of Nightmares. Jack and Dr. Oddfellow invite you to step right up and see what horrors hide in every shadow at a sinister spectacle, decades in the making. Now, something that I realized while I was editing the last vlog, it says 35. Did not notice that the last time I was here. But this is definitely the Jack area. And then over here, oh, it's a ticket booth. I wonder if there's going to be a scare actor in here. There's a Michael's bag. The tickets. I don't think there's going to be anybody in here. It doesn't look like there's a speaker. So maybe Jack and Oddfellow will be able to be heard. But this is Oddfellow's area. Last time we were here, it was just the truck, but now it has a name. Oddfellow Trademark, Trading and Imports, and there's his logo. Nothing new on the truck, but it's just nice that it's not all hot and sweaty or rainy. It is hot, and I will be sweaty. It's just not raining. They're still selling the one last ride for Fast and Furious Supercharged. We walk here in the park, and they're selling Horror Nights stuff now. This is such a cool shirt. If I liked on sleeves, I would buy it. But here it is. 1 week to Horror Nights. So everything is being showcased. It's still the same stuff from the other store and the Five and Dime. Is that a little Boo? Oh, it is. It's the cute little Boo. Excuse me. The posters. More of the figures, the magnet. So let's continue the scare zone. So I'm not sure there's much different in this scare zone. But since we are talking about all the scare zones, this is a continuation of Infernal Carnage of Nightmares, where they have all the cool IPs. Like I said, last year they had Bust. This year they have special items from each movie or IP. This isn't a movie. This is Ozzy. These are the words in the incantation. I don't know how to say that word. That you read. Oh, look, there it is. The Necronomicon. The little shop outside of the Icon Zone also selling Horror Nights merch. So you can get this merch in many, many places. Everything. The stanchions are up. Getting ready for hours worth of line for Horror Nights. I don't know if you can hear, but they're working on Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift right now. That's what it looks like. But the stanchions are up. A little tent here. I don't know what it's for. That's cool. And then right here. Here is a house portal. This is the first house portal of the evening. First portal of the update. Jack and Oddfellows, Chaos and Control. Jack and Oddfellow, Chaos and Control. Discover Jack the Clown's unholy origins and step through the portal into Dr. Oddfellow's universe for a showdown, decades in the making. Before we go into Downtown Clowntown, for those updates, the menus have been released. So here at Gramercy Park, we have the Death Tank, which has the Death by Cheese Stick, giant hand-breaded mozzarella cheese stick with spicy marinara sauce. They had that last year, delicious. And the Jack and Odd Dog, Nathan's all-beef foot-long hot dog with peppers, onion, Tostitos cheese sauce, topped with flamin' hot Cheetos, and an Oddfellow ube bun. Sounds crazy. And then they have Dunks, alcoholic beverage, Oddfellows Elixir, Maniac Mix, and canned Carnival Sour Ale. And that is here at the Death Tank. And then right next to it, I don't know which one this is called, Devilish Delights, fried pickle spears with sriracha aioli, and unfortunately twisted tater chips. They don't have the regular one with the stick, but crunchy spiralized twisted potato chips with a ranch and vinegar seasoning. And then you can also get the beverages here as well. It looks like there's only one flavor this year. Huh. And then outside of Downtown Clowntown, Santa this way. Like I said in the last vlog, this is where Art the Clown's gonna be, dressed as Santa. North Pole, nothing's been added other than the van. I saw this van last week, but I thought it was just a regular van. But this is actually for this zone. Ironside, Knock 'em Down. This is definitely from Terrifier 3. I remember that. There's probably gonna be a dead body back there. There's already a bloody hard hat. And some popcorn and a coin. A hard hat. And then if you look inside, it looks like they were eating. And then they met their demise from Santa art. The next food booth is Jack's Circus Surplus. This is where the Carnival Smash Tacos, smashed cheeseburger tacos, American cheese, shredded lettuce, pickles, secret sauce, toasted sesame seeds. Gosh, that looks delicious. And then the beverages is Circle Peanut Forever, Chica Cheetah, Cuavero, Traditional. Is that how you spell traditional? Or is that the brand? Oh, that's the brand. Anyway, Traditional Blanco Tequila, lime juice, agave syrup, and Free Brothers Black Walnut Bitters. Probably not gonna get that. I hate circus peanuts. And then the beer options. I don't know where this one is. I think that might be this one. Yeah, it is. Okay, so at Oddfellows Menagerie, Death Finger Tempura Shrimp. Crispy shrimp tempura roll with sriracha mayo and eel sauce. It's basically sushi roll on a stick. Burnt Sando, crispy brioche stuffed with pastry cream with a burnt sugar crust. Basically a creme brulee. But, like, you can eat it while walking. Phantom Punch. New Amsterdam Vodka, 360 Vodka, Sorrento Lemon, De Kuiper, triple sec, lime, orange, and cranberry juices, dragon fruit syrup, and simple syrup. That kind of sounds good. This is going to show us that this way is the next two houses, and also a Fanta bar, which might have a specialized drink. Let's go look. The Fanta bar has a strawberry scrambler, St. Augustine gin, lemon juice, lavender syrup, Seagram's Club Soda, Fanta Strawberry. And then the Fanta Punch, which I read earlier. And then some premium cocktails. The souvenir cup. I hope it's a Blinky cup. I doubt it, but hopefully. And as you see here, where it says, these next two houses is Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness. Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness. You're in Ozzy's world now. Bow before the Prince of Darkness in this haunted house, celebrating one of rock and roll's greatest legends. And then Madlands, Caged Cannibals. Madlands, Caged Cannibals. Trust your instincts if you want to survive this haunted house, where a defunct zoo becomes the deadly domain of warring cannibals. And then you can scan this to get the wait times and the park map. Downtown Clowntown. New York City becomes a walking nightmare when it's overrun by killer clowns from outer space, Art the Clown, and more murderous clown folk. Got some more pie piles. Killer clowns really killed some people this year. If you haven't seen Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I highly recommend it. Highly. Great movie. Those colorful barrels from last week are now covered in a tarp, which means probably a dead body. Now we come here to the in downtown Clowntown. More things added. If you hear construction noise, that's because they're working on a roller coaster back there. But they added some new stuff. There's Jack. There's his throne. And under Jack, that little statue. If you went to Halloween Horror Nights 25, when Jack was here and running the show, they had a show where they put a lady on the wheel and they would spin it and Chance would throw knives at her. Her name was Amanda. I'm pretty sure that's Amanda. Already getting screaming for Horror Nights. And I didn't realize that this actually said something other than, I think it said, what does that say? Carrie's? Oh, yeah, Carrie's Creamery, because it's Cary, Ohio. Makes sense. But they painted Chance's face and put Chance's. I really hope Chance is here. There's somebody working down there. Crazy. Delicious treats and cotton candy. But just having like that statue of Jack, makes it feel like he owns the street. Because like if Joker won, he would run Gotham and run the downtown with all of his goonies and like fire and explosions and stuff, and just a bad guy running bad things. And I feel like that's what this scare zone is going to be. And it's exciting. And then we come back over here. Play to win. Swat them. They're not wet. I still want this bear. I want him badly. They covered them up. The wind is not helping today, where we can see the faces. Excuse the loud sound, but Finnegan's will not be open for Horror Nights because of this post confirms that it won't be. Blues Brothers are coming out, so it's gonna be a little loud, but we have horse harnesses here, a bridle. Still nothing different from last week, except if we walk over here, it's a little bit of different stuff. Behind it is some clown outfit, clown hair, a suitcase, because it's traveling. It's like a traveling carnival. And as you know from, well, I guess not because I haven't posted it yet, but there will be a podcast on Monday talking about Jack and Oddfellow and their backstories. This table right here gives me confirmation that this will be a food booth. I was wondering if it would be, and I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure you're gonna buy the food from here and then walk over here and get your food. Back in this one, nothing new. Didn't really update or add anything. I don't know if I got a look at any of this last week because it was raining. There's a lot of people. Sign that says "Do not climb." Trying to see if there's any Easter eggs. People think this is going to be Fear because Fear controls both of them. They're minions of Fear. So some people think that's Fear. This one doesn't have a head. What does that say? RIP 2026? I don't think his head was supposed to fall off. That's funny. It says here, thrilling rides, great games, and more. But they changed it to say chilling rides, gory games, and more. So if I just watch further, this is where it is going to be a food booth. So you're going to pay it here, walk back there. And this is what they have. The twisted Philly steak stromboli topped with spicy Italian sausage, peppers, onions, and cheese sauce. That looks so good. And then fried PB&J bites, battered strawberry PB&J, powdered sugar, and strawberry jam. Oh, this booth, and it's got the Phantom Punch. But this food booth is gonna be great. Hey, I have that Halloween Horror Nights one hanging up in my computer room. That one right there. Coming outside of Louis, it's another Fanta bar, but this one has orange bumper car blast. Says New Amsterdam vodka, vanilla cream syrup, coconut milk, and Phantom orange. Sounds pretty decent. Now this thing that is covered, it's just your wayfinding. It's gonna have the directions of the houses back that way, and the scare zones, and the ones that are over there, and downtown Clowntown. Since last week, Fast and Furious Supercharged has been shut down for good. They even took off the name very quickly. It hasn't even been a week. But next to the old Fast and Furious Supercharged, we have our next house portal. This house portal, I don't think we can see it from behind. Oh, we can. Look at that. Cybergoria.
Cybergoria. In this haunted house, you'll awake in the distant future to a cold world ruled by machines, determined to perfect humanity at any cost.
So before we go into the next, not scare zone, but street experience, we need to take a stop into the San Francisco Candy Factory because they have themed it to the Cary Drive-In. So let's step inside and see what they've done. So we come inside, they're selling Horror Nights stuff. Pins, Stranger Things shirt. Like I said, you can get Horror Nights stuff from so many different places around here. This is the Welcome to Scary side from Halloween Horror Nights 30. The house, Welcome to Scary. And they put on the side Meats, which we'll go over there soon. But it's the frozen treats of ice cream. A bunch of pumpkins, candy bars of the icons, Carrie Candy Company, the menu, Carrie, a nice place to live. Sure, there's a schoolhouse from one of the scare zones from years past. And then over here, we got the art stuff, the glasses that I've already bought, and then Killer Clowns merch. Let's go look at the treats. Ooh, the macarons. Hellraiser, Eddie, Killer Clowns, Sinners, Ozzy, Sinners again, Cotton Candy Cocoon, Lemon Configuration. So Whoopie Pie, that's Ozzy. Sugar Cookie Sandwich with Jack. Chance Caramel Apple. Dr. Oddfellow Trifle Cake. I Told You to Eat Your Damn Pie. Stranger Things. It's also Stranger Things. Evil Dead Burn. These look good. So now we are here at the Street Experience Club Horror. Nothing new has been added except they took all the pumpkins down. I just noticed that. All the pumpkins that they had up here last week, they're gone. I wonder why they took that down.
Well, yeah, it's like oh, that's
But this is Club Horror. So it looks like the drinks that they're gonna have here in Club Horror: caramel apple splash punch, Bacardi Super Superior rum. You know I love my rum. Granny Smith apple syrup, caramel syrup, and lemonade. I am getting that for sure. And then Phantom Punch, premium cocktails, and the normal beer offerings. I am getting that. But yeah, I wonder where they put the pumpkins. I wonder if they're putting them back. The pumpkins were cool. So over here, we have some stanchions up. And that's because over here by Lombard's, we are going to have Ozzy Osbourne, Prince of Darkness bar. And there it is. The Ozzy Osbourne Prince of Darkness bar. Not gonna lie. This looks dope. Look at that picture of Ozzy. Just in case you were wondering where else you can buy Halloween Horror Night stuff. Right here, right outside Lombard's. Never go alone. Deathly Afraid. Like I said, you can buy this and you turn it on and the scare actors are supposed to not scare you, but it's not 100% guaranteed. Always remember that. You could always get scared, even if you're wearing that. Put the shirt here, the cup, the ID holder, horns, and the shirt. So while I walk towards where Nightmare Fuel is and those food booths over there, I'm going to explain how things have changed this year. So last year, with Stay and Scream, for the first time ever, you can come to the park and you get a wristband and you can walk through the park completely fine, like just normal. You go to some of the food booths that were open. Usually we would have to stay inside a corral. Last year they changed it, get a wristband and you can walk around. You line up for houses and some houses would open early. This year, it's completely different. Still get a wristband, but it starts at 2 p.m. Last year, it was 4. This year, it's 2. 3 houses open at 2, and then more houses open before the event. I can put in a picture of the houses that will be open at 3 or at 2, the 3 houses that will be open at 2, but this year's completely different. You have to have a single day park ticket or annual pass and a Halloween Horror Nights ticket for that night for you to be able to do that. It's the only way. You have to have a park ticket and a Horror Nights ticket. Both are separate. But this year, it's gonna be different, and I'm excited. So here at the Meats booth, these are the offerings that we have. Bloody bones, smoked and charred barbecue ribs with crispy jalapeno bits, and then torn to shreds pork sandwich, barbecue smoked and shredded pork shoulder, jalapeno slaw on a pretzel roll. And then Meats Bloody Limeade is the beverage here. Bloody Shiraz gin, Misguided Spirits gin, lime juice, and simple syrup. I will be at this booth a lot, Mr. Meats. And then over here at the Stranger Things themed WSQK, we have L's Battery Jerky, creamy mac and cheese with garlic bread and battery jerky pieces, Steve's Smuggled Peanut Butter Bites, smuggled chocolate covered peanut butter snacks, which Yureli already said she's gonna get that. And then upside down chicken waffles, cheese and potato waffle, that sounds interesting, with crispy chicken bites, sriracha aioli, and chopped chives. Cheese and potato waffle. I wonder what that will taste like. And then the drink is Hopper's Recharger, 360 vodka, mandarin orange, yuzu juice, Powerade lime, lemon lime, and Monster Energy Zero Ultra. Might try that one. So last week I said they didn't have anything. This week, they do. Nightmare Fuel Blood Noir. Nightly during Halloween Horror Nights. They finally have the advertisement. And then look at this. Look at all this line. All these stanchions for this line. Oh Lord. Let's go over here and read the warnings. But man, they are getting ready, aren't they? This attraction contains loud sounds, low lighting, intense special effects, sudden movements, and mature subject matter. Scan here for additional requirements and content in other languages. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm actually kind of excited, a little bit, maybe, I don't know. So I was right that this is gonna be just a bar. It's gonna have the Phantom Punch, premium cocktails, and the other drinks. And then over here at Eddie Schmidt's Draft Wagon, beers on tap. I don't drink beer, so I'm not gonna try any of these. But for anybody who does drink beer, here they are. So here's the sign that's gonna show you the hours in which Nightmare Fuel will be on. But then you come over here to these gates. And behind these gates are the 2 new house tents. First one will be Hellraiser.
Hellraiser. Enter a tormented realm where the Cenobites derive their ultimate pleasure in this haunted house based on the original Hellraiser trilogy.
And then right next to it, Sinners.
Sinners. The blues become red when bloodthirsty vampires pierce the veil and crash the party in this haunted house based on the hit film Sinners.
So I'm kind of confused because this is a house. HR Blood and Guts presents a Halloween Frightacular. But it's like, it looks like a show? Is it? No, this has to be about the house. This has to be the house, bro. It just looks different. But yeah, HR Blood and Guts presents Halloween Frightacular.
HR Blood and Guts presents a Halloween Frightacular. Your maitre d' macabre returns to WKNB with a special Halloween scareathon, complete with ghouls, gore, and more in this haunted house.
So at this Phantom bar, over here by Men in Black, they had the pineapple tilt-a-whirl, Bacardi Superior Rum, cupcake syrup, coconut milk, and Fanta pineapple. Sounds good. And also, if you have a freestyle cup, which you can get refills all day for free, if you have a souvenir freestyle cup, you can come in here. This one has about 6 or 7 that you can get, and it's air conditioned. So, how'd you go in this one? So let's do the little update. Still the same. But over here, an alien invasion, which we'll get to, still looks beautiful. And it looks like there's like an alien ship right there. I don't know if that is that, but it looks cool. Let's get a little closer, but the barn looks awesome. And then you got an alien ship, maybe, right there. And part of it here. So before we get to this house portal, walking through Crescent Land, and I didn't see anything that looked like a special overlay yet. So maybe it's just a ride. I guess we'll find out next week. But let's go to our next house portal. So our next house portal, which we just showed the facade of, Invasion, Alien Abduction.
Invasion, alien abduction. Encounter intergalactic horrors in this haunted house, where invaders have torn apart a remote homestead in search of Frist.
So the next food booth we have is the Hellraiser food booth with Pinhead. So what we have is Pinhead's skin and meatballs, torn pasta, spicy pork and beef chunks with marinara. It looks disgusting, but good. Like, looks like you can eat it, but it looks nasty, you know? Skin and chip nachos, crispy pork rind served with Tostitos, cheese sauce, and Jack Link's peppered jerky. That's gonna be delicious. And I know Ureli's gonna wanna eat that. We both love pork rinds. And then pleasure and pain brain. Brain custard with ripped teeth and skin vanilla cake pieces and strawberry sauce. And then the Cinnabites Kiss. Cuervo Tradicional, Blanco Tequila, lemon juice, lime juice, huckleberry syrup, and liquid heat bitter. So the next food location is over here by Animal Actors, and it's got the drinks, Eddie's Revenge, Old Foster Bourbon, DeKuyper Blue Caracal, blackberry syrup, and lemonade. Howling Storm, Bacardi Superior Rum, Myers Dark Rum, passion fruit syrup, and lemonade, and then the Phantom Punch. And then those. And then over here we have the food offerings, Fritos Walking Taco, Picadillo beef with Tostitos cheese sauce, lettuce and sour cream. And then the Fritos Vegan Walking Taco, vegan chile, daia, shredded cheese, lettuce, and vegan sour cream. See, I think last year it was so dry. But if you look at this, that don't look dry. That looks good. Even the vegan one does. So normally you can walk through this scare zone this way, but I'm gonna turn around and go through it the way that I think it's meant to be gone through. Now that we've gone through it once, let's go through it again. Fort Nightmares, and they've added a lot since last week. And it smells like a barn because they have a lot of hay and corn. So that means a hurricane will be coming soon. But they got the hay, some pumpkins, cool looking pumpkins. Really just right now, just the pumpkins that they've added.
Fort Nightmares. The horrors of Fort Nightmares are no longer confined to the island. The storm is spreading through the scare zone, bringing new horrors with it.
Look at that. Let me get a better look. It's a pumpkin bazooka. It's the cat holding a pumpkin bazooka. So we have guns. We usually don't have guns. And there's Pee-wee. Looks like he was trying to zip line and got stuck. There he is. Some more pumpkins, more hay, more corn. The gold bars, the broom that you can ride in the game. Literally just pumpkins and hay and the peely. And then our very own pumpkin bazooka. Look at that. And then we go to the stage, which looks like there's going to be an actor on it. But they added the word Fortnitemares. It looks like they are going to have people walking up here. 2 activation triggers here. So we're going to have some scare actor right here. Well, let's go over here to the Sinners booth because we knew this was here, but now they have the food advertised. The menu is out, and look at this. Annie's Juke Joint Catfish and Grits. Crispy catfish with low country grits, country garlic, and a side of Tabasco. And then Chow's Southern Barbecue Egg Rolls. Barbecue pulled pork and cabbage and a crispy egg roll. And then pecan and whiskey bread pudding. Warm bread pudding with a pecan and whiskey caramel sauce. And then slide guitar smash. Corn whiskey, lemon juice, ginger syrup, simple syrup, and mint essence. Crazy. Also, I just got a notification that the Miami Heat are signing Klay Thompson, baby. We are winning a ship. But yeah. Oh boy, this is gonna be so good. This is at Lumbaba, by the way. Marilyn Monroe is over there. They're walking. But outside of here, we have the Stranger Things Return to Hawkins Lagoon show. It's very exciting. This is one show that's completely different than Nightmare Fuel. In Nightmare Fuel, you have to get in line, sit, and wait. But here at the Lagoon show, once it's on, you really can come whenever you want. You don't have to wait in line. If it's on, you're like, hey, let's go find a seat or stand somewhere. And then get to watch the show in this beautiful lagoon. I'm really excited for this one. So now we're gonna turn around and we are going to go through Hollywood, turn around and go through it again the way I think the zone is meant to be experienced. So I'm gonna try to talk over the Marilyn Monroe show, but I think this could just be another directional sign. It's gonna be a Halloween bar, and I'm gonna put up something, I think, with the Finnegan's thing. It's the same thing. So let me put that up one more time. Let's give it a read about this area, HHHM bar. So out here at the horror makeup show, which is still closed because enhancement is in progress. Missed them. Can't wait for it to be back. Right up there next to the Esoteric Gates, they have the Halloween Horror Nights themed pop-up where you can take pictures. It's here. So I stopped back into the Five and Dime just to cool off a little bit. They took out some of the stands here. Probably because they're selling everything everywhere else. They still have some stuff here. Like this Ozzy Osbourne shirt. The Hellraiser shirt. I'm sitting here to cool off. Let my iPhone calm down and cool off as well. But what I was saying in my last vlog is that these are noise active. So if you talk, they turn on. Which this would go hard in Club Horror. For sure. Steve with Dead Burn shirt. The girl that had the, spoiler alert, the headrest pushed through her mouth. Oh, they do have them here now. I already got them, so I'm good. I want to buy some of these next time I come. And next time I come, it'll actually be for Horror Nights. So I'm not coming next week. This is my last Horror Nights update. So now we're at the front of the Hollywood section. And like I said, I don't think much has changed from 4 weeks ago when we were here to last week when we were here, except his mouth is full again. But now we're not rushing, so let's take some time and look at the beautiful fine details that the creative team always does with the scare zones.
Sideshow of decay. In the carnival junkyard, Cindy Kane has opened a portal where decayed nightmares from Halloween Horror Nights past are back to haunt you.
The big baby bottle. I called that a pacifier the other week. It's definitely a baby bottle. Nice little coin. It looks like there was two and somebody stole one. People need to be better. Oh my goodness, look inside here. It looks like a Venus flytrap. It looks like it's the flesh-eating plant that they put in the zipper car. That's so cool. Activated trigger. Trying to see if I see anything other than Lady Luck. I'm not seeing anything special. Other than they have like a bunch of bugs. Oh, by the way, this is Sideshow of Decay. I got the name right this time. There's have a lot of bugs over here because it's a plant area, I guess. And when you think plants, you think bugs. Anything cool on the backside? Nope, just plants. And then the same stuff over here. But I do want to see anything interesting. Not that it's not raining, it's not that busy. Amusement. Backside of a crow. Little hot dog man. Still don't know what these things are called. Should have looked it up before I got here. It's a buzzard. And a crow. And then right over here we have Grand something presents the man-eater. El Clown. This is a baby doll on a centipede head? Or a baby doll head on a centipede. That's disgusting. It's a little puppy, I think. I don't know. We're gonna have the Magic Maker, which I think there's gonna be a scare actor, obviously in here because you see the scare actor activated trigger. But is he gonna be dressed as like a tiger? And then we're gonna have this guy here. Oh, the little baby sloth and a teddy bear. You gotta put a baby head on a skull. And then director's still here, smiling all creepily. Another ram skull. Do not open live specimen. Got a crow. Are they saying that the director is a live specimen? There's nothing in there but him. And then over here, giant cockroach. Clown shoes. Oh, that's a picture of Oddfellow. I think that's Oddfellow. No, that's not Oddfellow. I think it's just a group of circus people. Carrie Crew, 1955. That's cool. It's a cool detail. So apparently this graveyard type thing is in Cary, Ohio as well. There's the kitty cat. Not wet anymore. Not wet this week. Disgusting food with worms and flies. They're giant flies, by the way. Painting. Do not feed Philip. Poor Philip. He's going starving. And then we come over here. Let's look at the finer details of these props. Because next week, there's going to be scare actors and fog around it. And in 2 weeks, I'm gonna see it for myself. Little bunny. And then the next set piece, that is a big stage that has the usher on it, or in it. Such cool Easter eggs around here, you know? But you have the baby heads as the show lights, another activating trigger, giant J, probably for Jack. Look, scary guy, the popcorn. Nothing much. The top hat, the whip. Then we go over here. This is a bunch of the fish thing because it's like the fish man or something like that. Bunch of dead and decaying fish. Right this way, mermaid tail, fish man, dead or alive. This guy probably dead, met his fate. Enjoy the ride. It does still say salvage back there, but we can't really see it. Undoubtedly dead. The unsexy storyteller. Guess activated trigger. Viking helmet. Fishing rod. Just pointing out some of the cool stuff that you might miss if you don't look too closely. And then this other set piece. Nothing really new that I didn't really go into detail last week. But there's one more set piece, but there's thousands of people surrounding it. So I might not be able to go look at it. So for the final update of this vlog, this is where the last two houses are gonna be. Stranger Things 5.
Stranger Things 5. One last adventure. Return to Hawkins for the final battle in this haunted house based on Stranger Things 5.
And Evil Dead Burn.
Evil Dead Burn. In this haunted house based on the new film Evil Dead Burn, dodge possessed deadites hell-bent on making you their next victim.
So right now we are back in the van because it's very hot and we did all the updates. We got to see how much they did in the scare zones now that we are 1 week away. This is my last update for Halloween Horror Nights 35. We got to see all the entrance portals. We got to see all the food booths and the menus. We got to see a bunch of merch, bought 3 shirts, a cup, and the art figurine. We did a lot today, and it was a very successful day. Much better than last week. But, like I said, this is the last update for Halloween Horror Nights 35 before the event starts. The event starts next week. We go in 2 weeks. So excited. So, with that being said, this was a great vlog. It was a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Happy hauntings.